Hello and good evening, everybody. We are here today with an XCL Thursday feature race. We have the multi-skill event here today as well. So we have our rookie, bronze, silver, gold drivers all in action together. And I say feature race, which is a word I'm going to try and use a bit more in the future, where it is a 30-minute race. So we will have pit stops out there today as well, which is always adds a bit of fun and a bit of spice to things. I have been suffering recently with a bit of voice strain, and it hasn't helped that I have now got a bit of a man flu. So if my voice does go throughout the race, I do apologise, but I'll do my best to stay with it. I've got a nice hot drink to keep me going. Ready for this 15-minute qualifying session and a 30-minute race. I'm really excited for this one. We actually have 34 cars currently out there around the Silverstone circuit, so that's going to be really exciting. There's going to be a lot of action out there. We have some really good drivers out there as well, so I think we're going to be in for a bit of an action-packed next 3/4 of an hour. So we start out here as always with the lead driver out, so basically the first driver out of the pit lane. As is normal with my streams, we'll get the first first few minutes of the stream. Just normally though, as I always say, that the first driver normally ends up defaulting their lap, so the first driver that gets the air time doesn't normally necessarily get the fastest time out there. Now, looking at the practice times and everything, I think we'll easily see a 1:58 as the pole time, but I think we might, with a few of the sort of bronze, silver, gold type drivers, we might see a 1:57 as the pole time today. So I fully expect it to be somewhere around there. Hello, Mindless Shark, Baby Ninja. I see you've opted not to drive today because of your internet problems, but welcome to the stream. Yes, Alex Decker's out there currently. He does have a few sort of people on their outlap ahead of him. Hopefully they will get out of the way. Sometimes these guys just don't pay attention to their rear view mirrors, but Alex Decker is out there setting the first benchmark time. Like I said, if you want to get somewhere near the front, you're going to have to be in the 1:58s, and then I fully expect, like I said, maybe one or two drivers to break into the 1:57s. But yeah, currently it is Alex Decker out there doing his first lap. Now, Alex Decker does normally get himself up in the top 10 quite regularly, so I would fully expect him to be somewhere near the front. I am quite excited to have a look at Benji. Benji had a really good debut race over at Barcelona on Tuesday. He started from the pit lane in like 34th, 35th place and ended up finishing 12th in the race. So if he can actually get out there and qualify, I fully expect Benji to be somewhere near the front as well. So as Stecker crosses the line, he doesn't actually set a time, as I suspected. So Galvaride will be the first driver to cross the line. I don't know, none of these drivers are actually setting times here. I don't know. Oh no, am I just... Sorry. I'm there calling it on the wing finish straight, and actually it's the old hangar straight type building that's going to be the finish line. Baby Ninja saying he's still in for the mountain, but that can change. Yeah. Mount Panorama with 40 drivers is going to be a bit chaotic. I don't know that. I'm definitely going to be in bed watching that race. I really look forward to it. Ditator Racing saying good evening. Hello, Ditator. Welcome to the stream. Alex Decker now coming around to finish his first lap. There has been a defaulted time behind him. I think he got caught up by a bit of the back markers there. But Alex Decker with his first benchmark time, I don't know if he's just defaulted there, crossing that wide line there. He sets a 1:58.8, so it's a good, solid opening lap. That is beaten instantly by Galvaride with 1:58.4. So I think based on these first few times, we will see a 1:57 for sure for pole. That is going to be where it's certainly going to be at, as the gold driver of Zidane does set a time 1.8 seconds off the pace. MS Dillon pops in second, 0.3 behind. And then what else have we got out here? We've got quite a few. Let's see what Benji's doing. Where's Benji? So Benji's coming around to say his first time. And like I said, Benji did show a bit of pace in that Porsche. It will be interesting to see what he can do. And as he crosses the line, is this his out lap or first qualifying lap? No, yeah, it looks like maybe he was on an out lap here. So let's just have a look and see who else is setting times out there currently. The number 37 car of Sabre. Saber's in a different colour car today. I think Saber was racing in a red Ferrari last time I saw him, and he's now in a blue and white Ferrari. So I see Saber's changing up the livery here. He's got a bit of a sky blue stripe down the middle, but as Saber crosses the line on his first flying lap, he puts that car up into P15, so that's not a bad start by him. We have the 64 car of Gauni come around now. So Gauni actually looked like he might have got a win over at Barcelona on Tuesday, in the Rookie Tuesdays, but unfortunately he crashed out on one of the opening laps, and then it was kind of his race over. But as he crosses the line on his first lap, he goes P4, 0.6 off of the pace. Galvride is still holding that initial pace of 1:58.4. We have, I think that's Mark Music coming around now. He is in the his customary red and white and black Porsche. As he crosses the line, he goes up to 3 seconds off the pace here. Exactly 3 seconds dead, but that's not a bad opening salvo for him. We have the number 5 car coming around now. That is Zidane. So we do know Zidane. Oh, that's a nice looking yellow and blue Mercedes. But let's see what Zidane can do on his second shot at this. So it is Galvride still with a 1:58.4. Now gone to a 1:58.3 on his second time round. But as Zidane crosses the line his second time, he does improve massively. Only 0.7 now off of that pole time. I see the number 6 car of Zero C's coming around the last section now, around Luffield, to see what he can do. Zero C's currently P18, 2.8 seconds off the pace. I think he'll be hoping he can do better than that. As I look down, this is the stream's really kicked off here, so I need to catch up with this as well. So Chuggy B saying hi. Hello, Chuggy B. Dick Trickle saying sup, y'all. So hello, Dick Trickle. Welcome to the stream. It's Dittatore. It is Dick Trickle that is streaming the race later on, so do drop into him. I'll give that a plug later on. Minor Sharks, and if this continues, I may actually be able to race later, which will be really, really good. So, good luck, Minor Shark, if you are on Mount Panorama. Zero C's on his second time did go 9, a bit quicker there. So let's see who else has come around. So number 64 car, that is Gauni coming around again. We'll ride with him again. And then next after that is, who's the number 24 car? That is, where are you? Number 24. I go number blind when I'm looking at all these numbers. Oh, that is Baz PW. I don't think I've heard of that name before. Some of these drivers are just returning drivers, or they've been signed up for a while now. But I think we were only due to have one new driver today, and that was Fast. I don't see him out there. I don't think our new driver has turned up today. But Baz PW. Let's see what you... Oh, that's a lovely looking car as well. A lot of like... is that chrome on there? It's very, very shiny. Baz PW, 2.4 seconds off the pace currently as he crosses the line. Can he improve up to the P50, top 15? He does. He goes P8. There you go. 1.3 seconds off the pace. That's a lot quicker by him. The number 13 car is next on my horizon. Let's see what you can do. That is PX Otto. Or PX... I'm not sure. ROP... PX Otto? PX Otto? I don't know. We'll say PX Otto in the black and white Porsche. Let's see what you can do. Oh, is it a wet race at Mount Panorama? I thought that was just someone joking. Is that? Can someone confirm if it is a wet race at Mount Panorama? But that is P17 for PX Otto. Just been bumped down there. They have the number 2 car coming through now. Who is that? That is Angerfist. Oh, that's a lovely pink Porsche. A lot of Porsches out there today, actually, currently. But as Angerfist comes around the last section, let's see what you can do. Angerfist coming across the line now, and what does he do? He sets... Oh, a time goes up to the top 10. 1.3 seconds of pace. Angerfist goes into P9. That's a great little time by you. Who's the number 23 car? I've already covered you a little bit. No, that's Liverio, Liverio, that sounds good enough. But yeah, Liverio, he's regular now in the rookie classes. He does normally have some good races, so let's see what he can do on this second attempt at quali. 3.8 seconds off the pace currently. Dick Tickle saying, no, it's not a wet race. Yeah, and Chuggy B saying a wet race would be good. A wet race would be good, but not around Mount Panorama. That is a really, really tough track. I see the number 21 car coming. That is Galvride. So Galvride currently has the fastest time out there with a 58.2. MS Dillon is the next driver up the line, 0.6 back. And then we actually have 3 drivers, Gowney and Alex Decker, all 0.6 back from him. There is currently 6 drivers all within a second of that 158.2. No one's breaking into 157s yet. And as Gal across the line, he goes to 158.0. So I think we're getting closer and closer to that time. Oh, Silf. I haven't seen Silf out there in ages, actually, to be fair. Silf is out there currently qualifying. He crosses the line, stays P17. But Silf is quite a consistent driver. And he's got a new, lovely-looking sky blue and gold livery. I think we're getting blessed with quite a lot of lovely liveries out there today. Let's have a look at Mazinga. So Mazinga, we know, is a quick driver. Currently P14. I think he's going to want to improve on that one. Oh, Dittatore is saying that Paul Ricard on the 22nd of August is in the rain. So that will be interesting to see. So let's see if Mazinga can get himself up into the top 10. We do know he does have the skill set to do it. Can he get himself up there as he crosses the line? He goes P8. There's a good little qualifying by you so far. We still have 4 minutes left, guys, so there is still plenty of time for people out there to set better times. We have ridden with Sabre previously. He is currently P27, so let's ride with Subsonic 10. Subsonic 10 in that silver Lamborghini. I think he is a controller racer. But he is out there currently in P34, the last of the drivers out there, but he hasn't set a time yet, so let's see what he can do as he does go wide there. He's probably defaulted his lap now. Where is Martin's SWK? Is still in the pits there. Yeah, I think this is going to be a defaulted lap when he crosses the line. I think he went too wide out there. You can see the way he kind of moves that he is on a controller for sure. I know he does set a time. It's 9.3 seconds off the pace. But one thing I do like about Galverider, he's not necessarily the quickest driver out there, but he does always put in a good effort. Let's see who else is out there. The 443 car. Where are you on this list? That IS Silf already covered you for a little bit. What is the 148 car? The 148 car is AMS Dillon. So here is AMS Dillon in the 148 Porsche. I will cover this a bit later on, but AMS Dillon is he's just made he's got some news out there that we need to discuss, but I will cover that in the race a little bit. But he, as you probably noticed, he is in this new livery, blue, red, and white. And as he crosses the line, he is currently 0.6 off the pace. Can he improve? He does improve, so he does go up to P2. Half a second off the pace of 158.5, but he does pit Mattia, who has crept up in there. Oh, look at this. Apart from Gowney in the rookie seats, the top 11 drivers are all bronze, silver, gold drivers. So the number 37, let's see who else is around there. So we still have 2 minutes left, guys. So if you do want to get out of the pits now, just quickly, you might have enough time to set a time, just about. Heisenberg here in this kind of like goldy yellow, silver and blue Porsche. He is currently P16. Can he set a time to get himself up into the P15? We have got like 20 drivers. You see Benji here, exactly 2 seconds off the pace. So there is 20 drivers all within 2 seconds of the fastest lap out here, which is insane if you think about it, how close all these drivers are out here. But as Heisenberg closes the line, he doesn't set a faster time. We have the number 870 car next across the line. Where are you? That is TTR Matteo. Now, is this a different driver to the other? Yeah, we have Martin SWK and we have Matteo SVK. And I swear we had another TTR the other day as well, so that is interesting. Oh no, unless he's maybe changed his name a little bit, because I got his name confused the other day, but it is Matteo. So, do you know, I think when I raced on another race before, it was all merged together, that name, and it looks like he spread it out a little bit. So it is now Matteo. We can see that. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that. He is currently P19. Let's see who else is out there. The number 64 car, that is... Where are you? I can't find you quick enough. Apologies. So all these drivers are kind of on outlaps at the minute. It looks like the number 34 car is the next driver out there that can set a time. That is Mazinga. Currently 1.3 seconds off the pace. You see a lot of drivers here. If you see on the track map on the right-hand side, if you have a blue dot, like a turquoisey blue, that means you're on an outlap or you're not setting a current time. And if you have a silver dot, that means you are on a flying lap. That's how I quickly identify what's going on here. Yeah, Mind the Shark Baby Ninja saying he had a mega crash on the mountain in long practice. Dick Trickle, I'm kind of envious of you a little bit because I do think you're going to have a great time broadcasting that race. Looks like the number 7 car of Mattia might be the last driver to maybe get across the line before it triggers the end of qualifying. With 8 seconds to go, I think you will be the last driver across. So you'll be the last driver to set a time. So Mattia crosses the line now. The number 61 car of K-Rich will now, as qualifying finishes, will be one of the first drivers to set a time. Currently P9. Can he stay in the top 10? Can he improve on his time as he crosses the line? He does improve by 0.1 of a second. And that takes him up into 8th place. The number 16 car has just crossed the line, and that is Heisenberg getting himself up into the top 10 in the last dying seconds. Matteo is currently in 20th place. He has pipped Obenji out of the top 20. What can Matteo do on his last qualifying lap? Can he get himself maybe up into the top 15? Let's see what he can do as he crosses the line. As he comes across, he goes P17s. That's a good improvement by him. And that will help him out in the race a little bit, moving him up the order slightly. I was looking for the number 22 car. That is Obenji. So can Obenji... Obenji improves to P16 on his last qualifying lap. So well done to him as well. A lot of these drivers are improving on the last laps. Gowney, who is our top rookie driver out there, him and Heisenberg, the only 2 rookies in the top 10 here, in the top 12. But as Gowney crosses the line, can he get himself further up the order? Yeah, he can. He goes P2, 0.3 of a second off of the pole time. That is a great qualifying lap by him. The number 13 car of PX Otto is the next driver to come across the line. What can he do? Currently P23. Can he improve? No, he stays where he is. We have the number 17 car next. Where are you? That is Alex Decker. Alex Decker currently in 6th. Can you improve on your time? And then we have Max Stowe Racing behind him, currently P14. So Alex Decker crosses the line. He doesn't improve. Can Max Stowe Racing improve? No, he stays P14 as well. We have the number 56 car next to come across the line. Where are you on these orders? I can't see you. Oh, it says Joe Knows. Joe Knows currently P30th. Can he improve as he crosses the line? No, he stays P30. The number 7 car, oh, he missed that one, the number 7 car at the end there. But, yeah, it's Gowney with a great qualifying lap right at the end there to get that P2 spot. We see Carol saying, let's go, Czech drivers. Which drivers are Czech, Carol? I'm not exactly sure. You have to let me know. Minor Shark saying, was a spot open? And Wi-Fi is stable now, so I will try the race. Yeah, I think Dick Trickle, I think you are definitely gonna have a really good time out there. Oh, Ninja you did turn up on the race by the sounds of this because you are in the entry list. Or is this just all the drivers that potentially didn't turn up? I don't know, Dick Trickle. Is it Ninja, Matiagu, Nani, and Arnie Olfsen? Does it just basically show you all the drivers that should have been here in the race, or does this mean they popped in the server at some point? But that was a really exciting qualifying, guys. That was, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the race now. We've got a lot of, by the looks of it, we've got 21 drivers within 1.9 seconds of pole. But as I said, I have got a bit of a throat problem, so I'm just going to quickly grab a warm drink. I'll be back in 1 second. Yeah, I think by the end of the 30 minutes, guys, we're going to have a bit of a strained voice again. But I don't think it's... I think my voice strain problem I've been suffering with, which is why we haven't been doing a lot of streaming recently, is that's slightly going. But I have now got the man flu. So it's one thing after another. Let's have a look at the qualifying time. So, the pole time was Galverider, who actually only set one of the fastest sectors. It looks like if you count the other 2 fastest times as well, we may have just seen a 1:57.9, but it is Galverider on par with a 1:58.0, Gowney with a 1:58.3, and then Matteo also with a 1:58.3. MS Dillon was with a 1:58.5. And then we have 2 identical times here. Zidane and Alex Decker both setting 1:58.710s. That's crazy. And then we have Azora here, who is also in the 1:58. So we have 7 drivers all within a second of pole. But then if we go down to like K-Rich, Heisenberg, Mazinga, Bors, all the way down to 0 C's in 21st is within 2 seconds of that fastest time. So even with Angerfist in 12th place, getting the fastest last sector, I mean, your guess is as good as mine, guys. Who's going to win this race? It looks like Galverider, Gowney, and maybe Dylan and Mattia. They've got the good chances here. But, yeah, we've got some really fast drivers out here, guys. Any one of those top probably 20 drivers could get themselves on the podium today. All it takes is just getting a good bit of race pace out here. We've got such a high class of field. Only 2 rookies in the top 12. We've got so there's 10 silver, bronze and gold drivers in the top 12. And then we have a few of the silver drivers down the back here as well, which is basically going to give... Oh no, it looks like Nani, Matiago and Ninja have all joined this race. Oh, so Ninja's in... No, sorry, is Ninja in this race? Oh yeah, Ninja, Matiago and Nani have all joined at the last minute, and they are all at the back of this grid. That's going to be crazy watching them come through the field. That's awesome. Okay, so let's just go through the order then, whilst my voice is still intact. We have Galverider in first, alongside our top rookie driver in second place in Gowney. I'm looking forward to seeing this Ferrari battle. We have Mattia in P3, alongside AMS Dylan, who is P4. Zidane is in P5 with Alex Stecker alongside him in P6. That is 4 manufacturers in the top 6 here. Azora is the last driver within a second of pole, is in 7th. That's probably going to be the main battle for your race win here. And then anyone from K-Rich downwards could potentially get on the podium. So K-Rich is in 8th. And then we have Heisenberg and Mazinga rounding out your top 10. What a mad top 10, guys. There is some absolute beasts of drivers in there. Doug Bors is in 11th. Anger Fist in 12th. Driver 206 in 13th alongside Maxto Racing in 14th. We then have Fox. This Nent Mitch Fuchs, I think, means my name is Fox in German, so we'll call him Fox for today. Benji is in 16th place. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do now he's starting out there in the race. Andre Muska is in 17th. Matteo is in 18th, with Baz and Sylph rounding out the top 20. We have Pippo and Zero C's in 21st and 22nd, with PX Otto and Sabre in 23rd and 24th. Diabolic is 25th alongside Mark Music in 26th, with Liveraio and Granada in 27th and 28th. We have Joe Nose and Salient G rounding out the top 10, but as is XCL fashion, guys, we do not stop there. We have Ruli Amioba in Amioba, yeah, 31st, with Martin SWK in 32nd. We have Subsonic 10 in 33rd, and then we have the late joiners and who didn't qualify of Nani in 34th, Matti Agu in 35th, Ninja in 36th, and then Incombile, who joined late in 37th, guys. So we have 37 cars out there. Now, I know Nani GT is a rapidly fast driver. So is Matiago. And we do know Ninja's on a very, very good run of form currently. So these 3 drivers are going to be cruising through the field in this 30-minute race. And it may well even, Ninja, if you're listening, in the tactic here, I'm thinking, just dive in the pits on the first lap, get out of the way, get some clean air. You do really, really well. Chuggy B, this is going to be some entertaining and fighting through the pack. I think so, Ninja. Sorry, Chuggy. This is going to be really, really good. Carol saying there's Zidane, Matteo, Salient G, Subsonic 10. They're all Czech drivers. So, Carol, I can see who you're cheering for, and I'll be cheering for them too. So, yeah, we're going to ride with Galverider here. We're coming around Luffield now and about to start this race. What I will do, actually, is I'm just going to quickly go to the replay section. And we're going to change quickly to the correct camera angle. Go, 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 go. There we go. And get back out there for a really good shot of that first corner. There we go then. So we're with Galverider. He has Gowney alongside him. We have AMS Dylan in 4th. Now remember, the Porsches are very, very good starting cars. And I think AMS Dylan will be looking to get a good run on this first corner here. We know he's an aggressive driver. So let's see what AMS Dylan can do from 4th place. But as we're coming up to the line now, we have 30 minutes of XCL action. We have a pit stop in there as well for fuel. And it's... I'm a bit ahead of my game here. I was going to say it's green lights, go, go, go. But we're just a little bit further away. And it's green lights, go, go, go. So here we are for 30 minutes of XCL action. And we're done around the first corner. Looks like the first 6 cars or so do get through cleanly. I will just go down a little bit for the midfield pack. It looks like everyone's got through cleanly there as well. And at the back here, oh, that's a good bit of clean racing, guys. Every single driver has got through at the first corner without any collisions. Let's see what happens after we go through Magnus and Beckett's here, as we do see MS Dillon just getting alongside. Oh, there's a big crash here now, guys, where there's a... They're not going to be able to see these cars coming. This is absolute mayhem at the back there. There is cars flying everywhere. I don't know who caused that collision, but look at this. It's absolutely cars. It's everywhere. There's 10 or so cars all smashing into each other here. This is going to be mad action at the back, as we do see it's going to be Incombile coming through here thinking, what the hell has gone on here? But look at this. There's cars going everywhere. I'm not even going to hazard a guess at who got involved. Knows it looks like it was started by MS Dillon, maybe going side by side with the 3rd or 4th place man there. I don't know if they collided, but that has caused a big amount of crashing out there, and that's not how we wanted to start this race. But it is Galvarado that did get out in the lead here as he does start to tee up to go down the Wellington Straight. Gowney has stayed out of trouble as well, and he is going to start up in 2nd here. And then we have AMS Dillon crossing the line in 3rd currently. He may have a penalty coming here as well, I'm not sure. Alex Stecker is in 4th with Mazinga in 5th. And then we have Anger Fist in 6th with Doug Bors now in 7th place. Driver 206 is in 8th. With Maxdo Racing in 9th, and then we have PX Otto in 10th with Andre Musker just behind him in 11th. Zero C's is in 12th currently with Sylph behind him in 13th. Baz PW made up a lot of place at the start there in 14th with Sabre just behind him. Going the wide line there as he just touches the grass. That is going to send him out wide. He's going to lose a few places to Liveraio and Granada. Martin SWK is currently in 18th with K-Rich in 19th. Subsonic 10 has made it all the way up to 20th place. Joe Knows is going in the pits early doors, 21st with Nani just behind him, also going in the pits. Heisenberg is staying out. He's currently, well, to their back of the order, we'll have to go back for in a minute because I know that is all over the place currently. But it is Galvarado out in the lead. He has broken that toe to 1.1 seconds. We see Klopti and Wolf joining in the stream, and Rewex as well. So hi guys, welcome. I think you've probably just missed the absolute chaotic start. I don't know if you saw it, but we had about 10 to 15 cars all involved in a massive pile up. Because 3rd and 4th place cars, I believe, came together, and it just started a huge crash. So there is a lot of guys. As you can see, the field is spread out massively after 4 minutes. We have about 10-15 cars in the pit lane currently. Some of those because they're pitting early, some because of crashing. But yeah, it was a bit chaotic out there, and one of the biggest crashes I've seen. If you do go into my stream and maybe click on the actual stream for today, you might be able to watch it back or just watch it back later. But yeah, you will see big crash, 10 plus cars involved. Yeah, so Gowney is in 2nd. These two drivers are running away slightly here. AMS Dillon just settling into 3rd place here. Alex Stecker is in 4th, about a second back, and then that's when the gaps start to form here with Mazinga about 2.6 seconds back from him in 5th. Doug Bors is currently holding 6th place, 1.1 seconds off the back of that. And then we have driver 206, currently holding 7th, about 2 seconds back from there. Then there's a big gap to Maxdo Racing, almost 5 seconds, and he has Andre Musker now chasing him down for what is 8th and 9th place. Anger Fist behind him and currently in 10th place. And then we have Baz PW in 11th with PX Otto behind him, about 0.7 back. There's a bit of a battle going on here between Baz, PX, we have Liveraio and Granada. Oh, actually looks like maybe Sabre has got past them as well here, so there might have been a potential collision maybe. K-Rich is in 17th with Heisenberg behind him in 18th. Subsonic 10 is now up to 19th place because the people have pitted. Matiagu, who did start from last, has made his way up to P19 currently. Ruli Amioba is 20th with Zero C's in 23rd. We then have Salient G in 24th. But actually Zero C's has pitted here, so he's the net current pit leader, being out there in 23rd with Ninja being the next driver behind him that has pitted. I think he has avoided, I don't know if he managed to continue going on that first lap, but he's currently in P24 ahead of all the rest of the drivers that have pitted out there. Sylph in 25th, Joe Knows 26th, Fox in 27th. Nani's in 28th with Matteo in 29th and Diabolic in 30th. All these drivers have pitted to watch them move up the order as the race goes on. We do currently have Zidane, I know Benji in the pits. I don't know if they're involved in that early kind of crashing or if they're just repairing their car or they've retired. Pippo is 34th currently with Ozaro in 35th, and then Mattia. Yes, that's it. So I think it was Mattia and AMS Dillon that had it coming together at the start, and yeah. So basically, I think maybe Mattia just turned in on AMS Dillon, and there wasn't enough space there, and basically he spun out. It was parked in the middle of the road, and then obviously there was round Magnus and Beckett's, there was 30 cars coming flat out round a blind bend almost, and basically just there was nowhere for them to go, and it was just utter chaos. There's not much you can do about that when there's a car in the middle of the road, but it's unfortunate. But Galvaride is holding a good run out the front here. Is yeah, about 24 minutes left. Gowney is 1.1 seconds back, so he's staying with Galvaride here. They're both, yeah, it's been about a second for the last couple of laps. MS Dillon is slightly falling off the back here. He is falling into the hands of Alex Stecker, so we'll just ride with this one currently. No, Klorpt, I think you can. I think you can look back on the race, but you might as well just watch it back afterwards. I said it was a very action-packed first couple of seconds in the race. So we do see Stecker here closing down the gap on AMS Dillon. AMS Dillon currently holding that podium spot as Alex Stecker is a lot later on the brakes there. AMS Dillon is just, I don't know if he's maybe fueled a little bit more than Alex Stecker here, but Alex Stecker does seem to have the run on him in the minute. But actually, I don't know if there's been a bit of a slowdown ahead, because it looks like they're a bit closer to the drivers ahead of them here. But you see MS Dillon with a wobble slightly. He's just struggling to get that car down. That is going to allow Stecker to get up on the back of him. Driver 206 now right up on the back of Doug Bors. Let's see what can happen here as well. So he was 0.2 of a second as he is. It looks like Andre Musker has now got past Max Stowe Racing for what is 8th place, because he was just behind there. But yeah, driver 206 trying to get past Doug Bors for what would be 6th place in this race. Other than that, we have another race here, like I said. So we have Granada in 11th. Then we have Liverio in 12th with Sabre just behind him in 13th. And then K-Rich in 14th behind him. So this is a bit of a train of drivers here. But yeah, Granada is currently holding that spot off. It is Baz PW that does hold out that top 10 currently. AMS Dillon looks like he has now lost that place to Alex Stecker. Will he try and get that place straight back? We will find out. Looks like he's struggling a little bit with race pace at the moment, but he does have a 5-second gap to Mazinga behind him. So MS Dillon will just see what he can do now and see if he can maybe start to find a better rhythm and see if he can catch up with Alex Stecker. But at the moment, Gowney is slightly falling off the back of Galvaride. So the question is can Dillon hold on to the back of Stecker, and can Stecker close the gap to Gowney? Dick Trickle using his standard words to explain what happened on turn 2. Yeah, it just, I mean, but the thing is, it's one of those things where the driver was parked around a blind bend in the middle of the track, obviously where he spun out. It wasn't intentional, just obviously the way he spun out. And when you've got 32 cars hurtling down there, you know, all head to toe, and you know, no way of viewing it, there was always going to be a massive crash out there. As MS Dillon does slide wide there. Driver 206 is right up behind Doug Bors now, as they're just trying to get past the back marker of Mark Music. Will driver 206 try and make a move now on Doug Bors for that 6th place spot? They're looking really racy down here. He has been behind him now for a lap. Can he do any more now? Looks like Doug Bors is doing his best to hold him off currently. So we have K-Rich now. He's got, that's not Heisenberg behind. I don't know which Lamborghini that is behind him. Maybe it's a lapped car. But yeah, K-Rich on Sabre here is just, oh no, as he goes wide down, he spins out. That's really, really unfortunate. So we see Matiagu actually driving past there. Is he going to... so Matiagu, we do know, started last in this race, is making his way up the order. Very, very lovely. He is now up into P17. Incombile, who started last in the pit lane, is now up to 18th place. So he's doing really, really well out there as well. Now, we do know Zero C's is the net pit leader. He has just got past Subsonic 10 in a 19th place, which does mean he's 11 seconds off the back of of Incombile, but obviously don't forget Zero C's has pitted, so this is looking really good for these drivers out here, as we do see Ruli Amiobi now go in the pit lane. Liveraio is now right up on the back of Granada. Will he try and make a move here? He just dives in a little bit too. They've gone quite wide out here as well around Luffield, but can he get a better drive on these last couple of corners? It looks like Liveraio is starting to close that gap on Granada. These two drivers are going at it now. AMS Dillon has opted to pit early doors here, so that's one of the first drivers out there with Max Tow Racing that have opted to pit early. So we'll see where he can come out in, if he can come out in space. If he can come out in space, then he can start pumping in some good lap times here. But Liveraio is still racing quite well on him here. We do now see driver 206 is right up in the back of Doug Bors. He's now getting alongside him, going down into Stowe. This should be an easy overtake as long as he can get that car stopped. He does hold that line, and Doug Bors doesn't put up much of a fight there. And driver 206 does now move up into what is P5 following those pit stops. As Doug Bors is going to tuck it in behind. Can he then make it back through? It doesn't look like it currently. So AMS Dillon, where is he going to pop back out now? He is behind the 993 car of Matti Agu. So he actually does fall behind a few of the drivers that have pitted, have they? No, sorry, he's right. So he is now the lead pit driver. He has got Martin SWK just ahead of him. So the question is, can AMS Dillon get this car out of the way early? Then after that, he will have, look at this. He's at the inside line. He'll brake late. Nice clean driving, guys. Keep it nice and clean. So yeah, MS Dillon dives down the inside. Great overtake by him. He makes it back up into P14. He is now the lead pit stop driver out there. So now he needs to kick on and see where he can move his way back up the order. Where are we going outside here? Where's the other kind of action going on? We'll go back from the back of the order now. So we do look like Zidane has probably retired from this race, which is really unfortunate for him. And then we have Ovenji, who is now back out on track. He hasn't actually pitted yet, so he is so far behind because of that damage. I think he was one of the biggest casualties of that first race. Really unfortunate for him. Mattia, again, who was the cause of all the collision. He is 34th, has pitted. He has Pippo just ahead of him here in that yellow and blue Ferrari. So looks like Pippo is trying to get round Subsonic 10 and unlap himself. Oh, they're going to get through here, okay. Looks like Subsonic 10 does let them through. Can Mattia get through as well here? These three drivers are looking pretty tight out there, but as I said, Mattia Agu does know these guys. Sorry, Subsonic 10 does know that these guys are a lap down, but he is staying pretty racy out here. Mark Music is the next driver up the line. He is P32. Then we have, he hasn't pitted either, so he must be one of the casualties of the collisions at the start. Ozora, he was P7 after qualifying, so he's down to 31st, also not counting as a pit stop, sorry, so he must have quit back to the pit lane at the start. He is currently P31, and then we have Diabolic, who is last place of the people that have pitted in P30. We have Matteo ahead of him in 29th. We then have Nani GT, who did start last, but he is currently P28 and has pitted here. Then we have Fox, who is 27th currently. He's racing, he's about 8 seconds back from Ruli Amiobi, who has just recently pitted here. He's currently in P26. Looks like he's in a race here with a back marker as well. He is trying to actually race with Salen G, who is a bit way up the field. He's about 3 or 4 corners, just coming down the back of the Wellington straight here into Luffield. Salen G is currently P25. He's trying to race with Joe Nose. About 9 seconds back currently. Joe Nose in P24. Joe Nose is having a bit of a race with Sylph for the two Mercedes drivers. I think they're the only two Mercedes drivers out there in the top 20, or top 25, sorry. But he's about 12 seconds back. Sylph is only about 0.7 back from Angerfist, and Angerfist then has Ninja just ahead of him. So this is a bit of a battle here for 21st, 22nd and 23rd. Looks like Angerfist is going to try and get a run on Ninja here. He goes to the outside line. Ninja's holding the inside line here. He does close that gap. Is Angerfist going to be able to get a switch back here? Doesn't look like Ninja is too happy out there, as Angerfist does go down the outside of him here. He's going to have to go the wide way round. Ninja on the brakes here. He does go deep into the corner, but Angerfist does manage to get through. It's a great bit of driving by Angerfist, and Sylph is going to capitalise on this as well and dive straight through. So Ninja has lost 2 places in 2 corners there. But that was really, really good, clean driving. And I see the way Ninja's car is jolting about a little bit. I don't know if he has got internet issues. I think someone looked at his computer and I think they diagnosed his symptoms as internet connectivity problems. We're halfway through, and Subsonic 10 is currently 20th place in this race. He hasn't pitted yet, so he should fall down the order, and that will promote Angerfist up to P20. Andre Musker is currently P19. He is trying to chase down Sabre. Sabre currently 6 seconds up the road. Sabre's kind of in a race of his own. He's got a 6-second lead to Andre Musker behind him, and he's got 11 seconds up the road to get to Zero Seas. Zero Seas is 3 seconds behind Incombile, but Incombile hasn't actually pitted yet, so that should promote Zero Seas up into P16 when they do finally pit. Liverio is coming around Magus and Beckett's now. I think he has probably passed Granada, who has pitted. Max Tow Racing is out there. He is currently P12. He does have Matti Agu ahead of him. Matti Agu hasn't actually pitted yet, so he should get that place back once he does finally decide to pit. AMS Dillon has made it past these drivers, but he is getting caught up in a bit of traffic. AMS Dillon is now back up into the P10. But he is also the lead pit stop driver out there. But I think with all this battling he's had to do to get past all these drivers, he has probably slowed himself down a little bit. I know AMS Dillon probably would be happy with a P10 finish. We'll see how he gets on today. Sorry, P5 finish. Sorry, Heisenberg is currently in P8. Who's that coming across the... I don't know who that is. Maybe a back marker there. Baz PW having a good race here today. He's currently up into P7. Mazinga currently holding P6 with driver 206 now in the pit lane currently. So see, what's interesting is where will he come out in relation to AMS Dillon. So AMS Dillon is going to pass him now. So driver 206, he was in 5th place, is now going to lose that position to AMS Dillon as we see him fly past the picture now. Doug Boers currently holding 4th place here, with Alex Decker 2.7 seconds ahead here. Oh no, as it looks like someone has got a stop and go 30 penalty. It is Ozara, so his day has gone from bad to worse. Did qualify in 7th. Was involved in that early kind of collisioning, and he is now in 31st place in this race. But Galney is keeping Galverider honest here. So basically Galverider is leading this race. He's got a 1.5 second lead on Galney. It doesn't look like he's ever grown more than 2 seconds. We then have Alex Stecker about 2.7 seconds back chasing this pack down. It was then AMS Dillon in 4th. I don't know if that's going to be the case because of the amount of people he's been battling with. But it will be then Doug Boers in 4th, who looks like he was racing with a driver 206. So I think that means that AMS Dillon should get back to 4th place at least. And then we have Mazinga, who did, I think he was somewhere in the top 10 for qualifying. He's currently holding P5, so he might lose a couple of positions, obviously, when all the pit stops have happened. The question will be is, where will Matti Agu come out? I don't know if he's just planning on staying out there for as long as he can and then pitting in the last few moments, but we will have to keep an eye on that one. Let's just catch in with the comments in the stream. Rewex saying good race. But he's just leaving now, so saying bye all, GG and have fun. So good gaming and have fun. Yes, see you later, Rewex. So Matti Agu is the lead driver out of the people that pitted early. Pitted early. So the lead driver out of the people that were starting at the back of the grid, it was Matti Agu, Ninja and Nani. Nani currently holds the fastest lap of this race, currently down in P27, so he does kind of show you the kind of pace he would have had. Now, we do currently have Doug Boers in the pit lane. Now, the question is where is he going to come out in relation to his rival on the racetrack, driver 206? So driver 206 is just getting past Matti Agu here. But it looks like Doug Boers is going to get him. Oh, is it going to be tight here? So as Doug Boers comes out, there is driver 206. So it does look like Doug Boers has lost out quite significantly to driver 206. So that will promote him back up to net 5th, and Doug Boers will sit back into 6th place. We also have K-Rich now pitting, so this will be a good kind of indication of where maybe Matti Agu will come out. But Matti Agu is out there still. He did start, he was in last, now up to P10, but it'll just be a case of where he can pop out once he's finally done his pit stop. So going back through the order now, all the pit stops are starting to settle in. So we do have Zidane. Yeah, it looks like Zidane has retired from this race. We did have 37 cars out there, so there has been a couple of retirements. Pippo is the last driver out there that's currently racing in P34. He has got 5.6 seconds back on Obenji, the person he's kind of racing with here. As it looks like, Pippo is just getting past that driver there, and he says he's just 5.6 seconds on Obenji ahead of him, who's currently in P33. Ozara just cleared his stop-and-go penalty. He is currently in P32nd. He's had a really terrible race out there, obviously because of that early kind of crash. Mathieu was involved in that earlier collision, has made his way up to P31, but he has got 10 seconds on the car ahead of him, which is Mark Music, who's currently rounding out the top 30 here. Diabolic is 18 seconds back from the rest of the field. Obviously, you will see this big staggerment at the back because of all of the kind of crashing. He is P29 with Matteo currently in 28th place, 9 seconds off the back of Ruli Amioba. Nani GT is currently in 26th place. He has the fastest lap of the race currently, 3.7 seconds back off of Fox, who's rounding out the top 25. Salient G then is 26 seconds back from Subsonic 10 ahead of him. I don't know if that's right, actually. I think that's just because he was in the pit lane. So Subsonic 10 has come out in P23, just ahead of Salient G. Joe Knows currently 18 seconds off the back of Ninja. Ninja is 3 seconds off the back of Sylph in 21st. And Ninja's not doing too bad considering he's got internet problems. And he did start on the back row of the grid as well, alongside Matiagu. Sylph is rounding out the top 20. He's about 1 second back off of Anger Fist. Anger Fist is trying to close down the gap to Martin SWK. 3.5 seconds is that gap currently. But then I think P18 is probably all he's going to be hoping for, because Martin is then 14 seconds off the back of Liverio. Liverio trying to race against K-Rich here. K-Rich is currently in P15 here. Looks like they've passed a couple of cars and maybe someone's retired here. So K-Rich is P15. Saber's having a good race out here. He's currently P14, 0.8 seconds off the back of Andre Musker. So this is a battle for 13th and 14th place. Saber. So I think Saber will be pleased with a top 15 finish here. He's doing quite good out there. Like I said, Andre Musker is 25 seconds off the back of Matiagu. When Matiagu does decide to... Oh, no, it looks like Matiagu maybe has pitted now. So that's why those drivers were dropping down. So it looks like Matiagu has settled in behind Heisenberg. And then Saber and Andre Musker are now 11th and 12th. So that's, really good racing by those two. So Matiagu is having a really good race actually out there. P14, and he has got a lot of drivers ahead of him he can pass. Maybe get himself up to P11. Zero C's is rounding out the top 10 currently. He does have Incombile ahead of him, but he hasn't pitted yet. So Incombile is the... he's going to fall down the order a little bit, but that means Zero C's will get up to P9, and maybe Andre Musker now is racing for what is a top 10 finish. So actually... Matiago, if he can get past these drivers and pass Andre Musker, Matiago can get himself a top 10 finish, and we'll probably give him driver of the day for that. Max Tour Racing is currently in 8th place, 2.1 seconds off the back of Doug Bors. Doug Bors trying to chase down driver 206 here. He's about 3 seconds back, and then driver 206 is 6.5 seconds back from AMS Dillon. AMS Dillon was in 4th place before the pit stop, so he was just trying to chase down Baz PW. When Baz PW pits, like I said, he's having a very good race out there, but he's... it looks like Alex Decker has now pitted here. So let's see what AMS... Oh, has there been a crash out here? So I've just missed this one. I don't know if that was AMS Dillon avoiding action, but that is going to allow driver 206 right up onto the back of AMS Dillon. So, and it looks like, AMS Dillon's going to get past here by driver 206. So I don't know what happened there, so I just missed that one. It's the number 69 or the number 293 car. Who is the number 293 car? That is Fox out there. So it looks like Fox and another driver, the 69 car. I don't know who that is, of Subsonic 10. They've had a coming together here, and that has really caught AMS Dillon out, who was in the hunt for potentially a top 5 finish. Driver 206 has now cruised straight past him. We don't know what kind of damage AMS Dillon has out there, but that might allow Baz PW to... it looks like Baz PW has... Alex Decker has pitted, but Baz PW is potentially looking quite good out here for maybe a top 5 finish now, following those kind of collisions out there. AMS Dillon is now on getting pressure from Doug Bors here for what is 5th, 6th and 7th. Quite unfortunate out there. He does look like he does have a bit of front end damage. So Gowney is now in the pit lane. He was currently in 2nd place. Where will he come out in relation to Alex Decker? Now Alex Decker is coming around the last corner now. Gowney is... Gowney's coming out of the pit, so he should comfortably get out ahead of Alex Decker. Alex Decker's coming around now. He will have a bit of a run on speed-wise. So Alex Decker takes an early line there. But I think with 5 minutes to go, Gowney is gonna... Well, he's looking pretty good there for a P2 finish and be the top rookie driver. Baz PW is coming in the pit lane now. Driver 206 does get past him. AMS Dillon has lost the position now to Doug Bors. So although he does move up a position, he does now lose a position as well because of that that crash that he was just involved in. That's very unfortunate for him. Alex Stecker now, 2.5 seconds on the back of Gowney. So the question is where will Galverider come out? So where has that dropped Baz PW? Baz PW, as he comes out the lap time, he's behind the 992 driver, and he also has, just waiting for him to go across the timing lines. So the 666 car of Doug Bors, and then we have the 870 car. So it might be that he's, looks like he's maybe in P8 then, which is not a bad little race by him by any means. Right, let's just go through the order with 4 minutes to go. So with 4 minutes to go, the only driver not to pit is the only driver diving in the pit lane now. Looks like Incombili is in there as well. So let's just wait 1 second and see where. I think he should come out ahead of Gowney. I don't think there's going to be any issues here. So Gowney, Gowney's coming down the Wellington straight. Oh, so it looks like Incombili gets a stop and go 30 penalty. That's so unfortunate for him. That is going to probably promote Sabre now up into... it looks like he's lost the position to Heisenberg here. He now has Matti Agu right behind him as well, but that is really unfortunate for Incombili. He was having a really, really good race, but he is now going to lose a position. Where is he coming out? So he's come out behind, with Ninja just, so that is for P20, but Ninja will know he has got that stop and go 30 penalty. So as Galverider does come back out the pit lane, where is Gowney? Gowney's coming around now, so I think, Galverider's comfortably going to be in the lead. Gowney's going to take this P2 position here by the looks of it. Alex Stecker 2.4 seconds back from him. So this looks like it's going to be your 1, 2, 3 for today. Driver 206 is currently in P4 with Doug Bors in P5. Had really good races by these two here. Max Toe Racing is in 6th here, with AMS Dillon, who is obviously carrying some damage out there. He is currently in P7. I think he's probably got some steering damage by the looks of things. But that question is can Baz PW make his day worse? He's 7.5 seconds back. Can he close that gap down and maybe take the 7th place off AMS Dillon as well? Zero C's is in P9 with Andre Muska in P10. Matti Agu now right up on the back of Sabre for what is P12 and P13 here. Matti Agu's had a fantastic race out here today. Like I said, he started on the last place, and he's moved his way up to P13, and what looks like it's going to be P12 any second now. I'm just looking at whether it looks like maybe we're coming on to our last laps in a second as well. But Sabre's doing really well to hold off Matti Agu currently, but this is a really, really close battle out here. Everyone else is kind of spread out a little bit. This is the closest battle we have out there. Matti Agu will try his hardest to get that 12th place, but it doesn't look like Sabre's going to let him have it easily. Oh, Matti Agu is a lot stronger on the brakes there in that Lamborghini. It looks like they're going to hold off a little bit longer here, so let's just go through your order one last time before the end of the race. So as they cross the line, this is the final lap of the race. So we have Galverider in first, Gowney is in second, Alex Stecker currently in third, driver 206 in fourth, Doug Bors is in fifth, Max Store Racing is in sixth, AMS Dillon is seventh with some severe front end damage. He probably will lose 8th place to Baz PW. We'll come back to that one in a second. Zero C's is in 9th with Andre Muska chasing him down in 10th. Heisenberg is currently in 11th place with Sabre in 12th, Matti Agu right behind him in 13th, Liveraio is in 14th, Angafist in 15th, K-Rich is in 16th with Sylph in 17th, Martin SWK is in 18th with Ninja just behind him, looking pretty racing now for 18th and 19th. Incombile is in 20th currently, Joe Knows 21st, Nani is up to 22nd, currently holding the fastest lap of the race, Salient G is 23rd, Matteo 24th, Fox 25th, Ruby Amioba 26th, Diabolic 27th, Mattia 28th, Azora 29th, Obenji 30th, Pip O 31st, Subsonic 10 32nd, Max Music 33rd, and Zidane is retired in 34th. But I think the battle out there we want to keep an eye on is one, Baz PW closing down the gap on AMS Dillon. AMS Dillon looks like he's got a, is that Baz PW? No, who is that? Like in the other BMW flying through past him there. So that is one of the slower drivers out there. Looks like Baz PW is going to make that move down on him any moment now. He is the next driver up the line. This is the last lap of the race. Can he hold it out is the question. Oh, as we see Subsonic 10 go flying out in the background there. I think MS Dillon is just a matter of seconds now before Baz PW makes his day even worse. Looks like MS Dillon is going to finish P8 in this race, but he does have that damage out there. Galverider coming around the last corner now has got the pole position and won the race. It's a very, very good, clean race by him. Very easy by his standards, and he will take the win. Gowney will cross the line in P2 here. Great racing by him, the lead rookie driver. Alex Decker will take P3 with driver 206. The next rookie driver to cross the line. This will be some really good points for Gowney and driver 206 in this race. He'll take P4. So well done to him. We have quite a few rookie drivers in the top 10 here actually as well, so there's going to be a lot of good points earned by these guys. Doug Moore's in 5th. Maxter Racing will come along the line and he will take 6th place. Good racing by him as well. Baz PW just got that place on AMS Dillon in the last little bit there. He will take P7 with AMS Dillon crossing the line in what will be P8 here. Andre Musker will take P9 in this race. Good racing by him, and then Zero C's will round out the top 10 with a nice top 10 finish here. Heisenberg has had a crash here on the last corner. I don't know if that means he's going to lose a few places. It looks like Sabre is going to take P11 from Heisenberg following that crash. Matiagu will take P12 here, so that is good finishing by them. Heisenberg then finishes P13 with Liverio just behind him in P14. Angerfist will round out the top 15 here. Sylph will take 16th. I think he'll be happy with that. K-Rich will take 17th. It looks like Martin has taken... Where's Ninja here? No, Ninja has fallen back, yeah. So Martin will take P18 with Incombile falling back down the order because of that stop and go 30 penalty. Ninja will then take P19 with Joe Nose probably taking P20 here. Yeah, 60-second penalty for Incombile. That's a big penalty there. And then Ninja will take, the P19 after that penalty. Joe Nose will take 21st. And then I think the last driver there is Pippo, who will take 31st place in this race. So that was, an eventful race to say the least, guys. Apologies if there wasn't a lot of action out there, but when you do have a lot of those crashes at the start, there is, it does kind of spread the field out a little bit. But that was really, really good racing by everyone, though. There was a good recovery drive. I think Matiagu has to get driver of the day today from his recovery drive from last on the grid all the way up into P12, I think it was in the end. Really, really good racing by those. Good win there as well. And it was just, clean sailing for the front three, really. MS Dillon looks like he got caught up in a bit of a crash. He should have had P4 there, but he got caught up in a crash by a couple of the back markers and ended up finishing P8. I think there was quite a few good drives out there by a lot of the sort of rookie drivers. So I think when the XCL ratings come through, there will be a lot of more points out there for them. Ninja said he got spun by Incombile, unfortunate. But really good racing, guys. If you are still on with us at 10 PM BST, so in about an hour, about 10 past 10 when the stream starts at Quali. So in about an hour's time, do log into the Dick Trickle Racing Network for our second instalment today, which is at Mount Panorama. There's a 40-car field, so that's going to be a bit chaotic, but good luck to everyone out there in that race. And be sure to tune in, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye for now.